Hello to my friends. This is Noa Lakshmi with another cosmic forecast update of what's happening with our planets and what's happening for us. This is your inspiration to be your best self because we are elevating humanity for a better world using our planets, stars, our cosmos as a tool to help us and to guide us. I always like to say that astrology, the planets, it's not something that is happening out there that is affecting us. The planets are not doing anything to us. I really want to emphasize that. It's more about the planets, the cosmos, are merely a reflection of what's happening for us and individually, and we all feel it differently at different times, but as a collective, there's a collective wave that we all are a part of, no matter what's going on in your personal life that you're feeling, and it's very much reflected in the cosmos. We are all playing our part in this collective web, and what's happening in the cosmos is always such an amazing reflection, showing us what is the collective weather doing. So there's just a lot of layers, but I really like to emphasize that because some people say, oh, you know, the planets are doing something for me or to me, and it's really not. Nothing is being done to us. We are all playing a part in this cosmic web, and no, I don't have the answers to all the questions. I'm just here to provide the information that I receive and the way I see it, and hopefully that can be a message of guidance and clarity for you that are watching and receiving this. So, without further ado, and there's just so much, and I said at the beginning of the month, June is packed, this week is packed, this past week was nuts. Got my notes, and I'll do my best to stick to it and see where it goes. So, you know, what I'm going to start with is the last few days, and I would say this whole week, you know, the feeling of kind of losing it. Mercury, which is the planet that rules our mind and our intellect, maybe feeling like it was on fire or kind of going crazy. We went again into a big cross in the sky, what we call a grand cross, where we have a lot of opposing energies happening all at the same time, and Mercury is now starting to pull away from that, but nevertheless in the last few days we had Mercury within this grand cross that we are experiencing again, and Mercury in the sign of Gemini, which is its natural sign. So Mercury is very strong, and in Gemini it's just, it can be all over the place. You can just run wild, the mind, run wild, and with opposing forces like Neptune, Saturn, and Jupiter. Those are all the participants in this big grand cross in the sky. So just the mind is going crazy, getting caught up in all kind of information. And not really, or just being in conflict with your intuition or with the part of your mind that is not details and logic, but it's the what we call the higher mind, Jupiter, our intuition, our ability to know what we know without knowing what we know it, how we know it. And all of those participants having a conversation together in the sky at the same time, like I said, it can feel like, fuck, I'm losing it. Like there's just so much going on, and the mind running wild. And with all this energy that, you know, Mars is still in retrograde. I'm going to talk about that in a moment, why this week is so significant. But with Mars going still being in retrograde in Scorpio, and I talked about that about a couple of weeks ago, the cutting of the cords. So a lot of cords are being cut, a lot of things are coming up from the past, and you know, when the mind starts going crazy over it and getting to all kind of stories and all kind of maybe even arguments with yourself or with other people, it can feel chaotic. So I talked about this last week, the faith and the hope. Not hope, it's faith, but really getting into this place of having faith in yourself, faith in your wisdom, and faith in the larger scheme of things. Because the thing with Mercury, it can be a little bit too focused on just the details and just the logical mind, and the logical mind cannot comprehend the things that are not in front of us, the information that is not in front of us. But just keep opening yourself to the information to flow into you and through you. It's not the information that you read online. It's not the information you're going to get from books. It's not necessarily the information you're going to get from just superficial conversations. It's the information that you're going to receive from spirit, and that's Neptune and Pisces. And there's so much of the Pisces energy carrying us, and will be carrying us for at least another 6 months, if not a year, because there's a lot of healing happening and a lot of spiritual awakening, and our invitation to dive deep into our own intuitive knowing and into our own spiritual nature. And with Jupiter stepping away, little by little, stepping away from this big cross in the sky, and that's expansion and cleaning and clearing, because it is in Virgo, and it's like I said in the last video, it's a year of purification. So a lot is being purified and cleansed. For what? For more expansion to happen. That expansion cannot happen if we hold on tightly to just thoughts and what is logical. Now, coming to Mars, so there's going to be a huge sigh of relief. I'm personally so looking forward for this month to be over. And yes, it's all a blessing, and we have been receiving a lot of blessings. Those blessings don't necessarily feel good all the time, and I've experienced it very strongly because I have so much of Scorpio energy in my chart, and Mars retrograding in Scorpio has done or just provoked a lot of intensity for many of us. The cutting of the core, the cutting through the bullshit, letting go forces out of our control. I mean, Scorpio is all about that, and burning what needs to be burned. And Mars is our desires and our needs too. And from all this process, so many new needs are coming up to the surface. So many new desires, or just reconnecting to your desires, to your needs. And this week, this is the last week that Mars is in retrograde, and then it's going to go direct on the 29th of June. Such a glorious moment. It's not the easiest when Mars is retrograde, and thank God it happens only once in 2 years, because Mars is the planet of going forward and taking action. So I know many of you, some of you, or most of you, been feeling a little bit of the desire to move forward, and even having visions and dreams, and knowing what it is that you want to do, but a little bit of a flat tire, as I like to say it, just a little deflated. Like, where is the motivation? Where is the inspiration? Where is this the fire, the oomph to really move forward? So all that oomph, all that fire is Mars. And Mars in retrograde is like, nope, it's actually, we're going to slow down a little bit. And it's all perfect. It's all in perfect timing. So our job is to just so let go of wanting to force something, or just being hard on ourselves if things are not moving as fast as we would like them to move. And like I talked about last week and this whole month, freaking changeable energy like nobody's business. Like I wrote it here, even like mark your calendars, because the month of June is a month that we're not going to see for a very long time, with all this like up and down roller coaster ride, and things are just changing. It seems real one moment, and then the next it's like, no, I guess not. And almost like a test of like, okay, how much more faith can I have? And faith in your dreams and in your visions and in yourself, and not get caught up in, again, the mind and the stories. So Mars is going direct 29th of June, hallelujah, and the door just opened. Isn't that symbolic? That's amazing. See, that's just spirit moving through. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's like an open door. Mars goes direct. There's a new oomph. There's a new inspiration. There's a new motivation. And there's more clarity too. There's more clarity that is coming with it once the Grand Cross is going to be breaking away. Just more clarity. And now Mars going direct, it's also this renewed sense of courage. Mars is courage. So not only clarity, not only connecting to really what you desire and what you want, but having such an oomph when it comes to your courage to like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I want to inspire you to do something new. Even if it's little things of step out of your comfort zone. And it might be a little step, but step out of your comfort zone, and you're going to have that courage. You're going to have that fire, like I said, that oomph to say, you know what, I'm actually going to do it, even though I've never done it before, whatever it is, but go with it. Now, within all this, the Sun and Venus are in Cancer. So a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions. There's also a big ending process because Cancer is the past. And there's just a lot of things that are ending. And for you to know that there's nothing wrong. Whatever is ending, if it's a relationship, if it's a partnership, if it's a job, if it's something within yourself that you're letting go of, and we've been purging so much and letting go of so much, know that nothing is wrong. Everything is just, it's perfect. All is coming to an end, to a closure that needs to end for you to expand, for you to create something new. And that's a blessing. That's a blessing, but it does bring some, what maybe you've experienced as moodiness and just going from one to the next and one emotion to the next and array of feelings, and that's Cancer. That's Cancer with this wave of bringing some things from the past, and we have a lot of that happening with Mars still in retrograde. So by the end of this week, by the end of this month, it's just going to be such a relief and such great opening, a door opening. And of course, we had the full moon and the solstice happening a few days ago on the same day, which hasn't happened in many, many decades, actually, illuminating this new path, illuminating this new you that you stepping into after everything, after all these waves that we've been riding this month. And it's like, it's a new chapter, you know, with going into Cancer, with going into more of a feminine energy, and Venus is in Cancer as well, so going into a space of more love and compassion. It's a new chapter for you. It's a new chapter for humanity, embracing the feminine more, embracing softness more, and learning how to balance softness with Mars going direct and courage and kind of like a warrior type mentality, but having that warrior type mentality with softness and with gentleness, with yourself, with all of life, with all the people in your life. So there's a lot of illumination that is coming out of what really seems to be very chaotic, and individually for you in your own life, but also as a collective. Like I said earlier, as a collective, there's this huge wave of healing that just we are writing and will be writing for a while, and all of us here, and if you are watching this, I'm sure you're a light worker of some sort, here to usher and help ushering this new paradigm. this new world. And it all starts from within. So we want to see more love, we want to see more compassion, we want to see more softness, we want to see more courage. It starts with you. It starts with you first and foremost, and that has a ripple effect. So that's my message for this week. There's so much more to say. And if you want a personal reading with me, just to know exactly what's happening for you in your own personal life, then please go to my website, noalakshmi.com, and book your personal reading. And as always, I'm sending you so much love and light, and I really want to send out a prayer of illumination for you, your own life, and for all of us, this planet. And to remember that nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Choose to see only beautiful within you, and that everything is beautiful. The chaos and all the shit is not less beautiful as the peaks and the highs in your life. And that this world is beautiful and perfect. And yes, there's work to be done. And at the same time, we've got to keep the vision. We've got to hold that knowing that all is perfect, all is beautiful, and invite that vibration, invite that energy into our heart space and into our entire being, every single cell in our being. It makes a difference, and I talked about that last week. You are significant. Everything makes a difference. So I want to send you that inspiration to keep that faith again, and keep that beauty flowing out of you and through you. What else? I love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Sat Nam.